So we have to change how we have been doing our protests. So we cannot maintain the same model. And now what happened, which is now weird, Omtatah comes with Boniface Mwangi, they are arrested, and then they divert attention away from the actual people who we were clamoring for and who have actually been arrested and abducted, who is Akina Kibet and his comrades. So now we are talking about people who have set themselves up for arrest. We are talking more about them than even Kibet, than even Billy Mwangi, than even Peter Muteti. It's been a beautiful day, beautiful day. It's been an extremely beautiful day. We have seen scenes that we last saw in June, all because of unity of purpose, all because you have decided, you have declared that you will not be distracted by sideshows, you will be distracted by propaganda. Because that's all that has happened between June and today. It is propaganda, sideshows, it is stumbling blocks, all trying to deter us from reaching to the point where we've reached today. Because today was not just about the numbers. It was not about us feeling CBD. Because remember, we have filled CBD before. And were there any yields? No. We have filled, we have been in CBD. Were there any yields? No. Because people were easily distracted. People were herded like livestock from CBD to Githurai and back to their homes. Yet we had not completed our objective. So today was a milestone. We have crossed, we have breached the psychological barrier. These people have been saying that we cannot unite around a common cause. They are saying that their money can buy all the propagandists and keep us in a state of conflict amongst each other through tribalism, through the gender war. But we are showing them, or through the class war, but we are showing them that we can transcend all those bricks that you are laying. We can transcend, we can outgrow. We can look at you and your bullshit and tell you, go. We can do all of that. And that's exactly what we did today. That's exactly what you achieved today. Please don't downplay your achievement. Don't downplay it. Don't think it was easy. Don't think it's been easy to get to where we are. Because we are fighting primarily internal saboteurs, and then we are fighting the government. It's already, difficult enough to fight the government because you have all the machinery, all the infrastructure. But now, fighting your own friend who has been embedded in your clique, in your chama, in your WhatsApp group, in your Jabba base, fighting and outgrowing the mind control, the social experiments that these guys are throwing at us. It's a big win. These are stuff we've never seen before. Because we just last week, Osama Otero, you know him. He's that wanker on X, the sellout, the snake. He had said that he hakuwezi kuorganize maandamano Nairobi bila yeye because he's the best mobilizer north of Limpopo, south of Sahara. And people are telling me, oh, Francis, stop fighting Osama. Stop fighting Osama. We need everyone. Our enemy is Ruto. No. Our enemy is bad governance and the likes. Those are our enemies. Now, Ruto espouses them. Ruto is a manifestation of our rotten system. So getting rid of Ruto is just but the beginning of a very long process to emancipate ourselves and to recalibrate our political infrastructure. And then now to thrust ourselves forward, to march forward. You see, this is the problem, and that's why we have spent an inordinate amount of time doing this civic education. Because when the second liberation, or the architects of the second liberation, were mooting, the agenda for opposition politics, there was the Orengos, the Gitobwi Manyaras, the Kiraito Murungis, what. When they were all coming together to clamor for multi-party democracy, which was in the early 90s, culminating in the repealing of Section 2A of the Constitution, which had declared Kenya a one-party state. Now, to get there, they were so warped with the idea of Moi. They were so obsessed with the idea of Moi because it was just Moi must go. Moi must go. So even a dog that could have dressed up and was against Moi would have gotten a hearing, because they had assumed that the problem was Moi, but the problem is the system. And we were bequeathed a flawed, a broken system by the colonialists. Now, until you understand that, you'll just be changing people like you're changing underwear, while they are not yielding, they are not delivering anything, but you're just changing until one day you die. Until one day you die, then you'll be wondering, oh my God, for the last 10 years we've been saying, now this is the guy, now this is the guy. So we cannot, just like, and this is a problem with the obsession with individuals. You've seen these characters called Casmuel and Morara. The obsession, the fantasization, the glamorization of one figure to be your spokesman, to be the custodian of your interests, has come at great expense. Historically, the Kikuyus, in their inherent stupidity, raised money as peanuts to send Jomo Kenyatta to London to go and agitate for their land rights. You understand? In their mind, they thought that they are doing a good thing, and I can imagine the intentions were very noble. But the truth was, they were sending an idiot to London. So what did Jomo Kenyatta go there? He was just dundaing. He was not even paying rent. And so the Muzungu saw, we have seen a pliable character. We have seen a character who can bend over backwards. You understand? So they got him, and then they started, propping him up to give him street cred. You see, like an idiot like Osama Otero. He's not from Nairobi. Yet you're giving him the kind of street cred that should be ideally given for people of the streets. People who've done time, people who've done, that kind of shit. The guy does not stand for anything. And they say if you can't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So that is Osama Otero, and then you're giving him street cred, which is what now back to Jomo Kenyatta. They came, and then they faked that he was in detention in Kapenguria, but he was in luxury, where Mama Ngina could go and give him conjugal rights. And so the Kikuyus squandered an opportunity to fix Kenya because of what? Because of obsession with an individual. And then they started composing songs for him. Hey, Kenyatta. The guy is a thief, just like his children. So this obsession of foisting one character to be the leader, to be the face, has come at great expense. And I've told you, within the last 6 months, my biggest fight has not been with the government, has been with the internal saboteurs, has been with the idiots who have been taking the bait. That has been my biggest battle. So Jomo Kenyatta went to London, was just in the Dunda. Did he agitate for anything for the Kikuyus? No. Then they were saying they've sent somebody there. They are okay. Because you guys are always looking for the silver bullet, one thing that will finish. You don't want to put in the work yourselves. Until the 1940s and 50s, when the Mau Mau uprising now, started taking hold, and now he took a militant approach. And if the Mau Mau did not take a militant approach, we would not be having the independence that we are talking about today. Because they had taken the diplomatic route. So it needed a few Kenyans of goodwill, a few Kenyans of the right mind, sober mind, with a clear purpose and objective, who now said, we are going to wage this guerrilla warfare. We are going to send these Muzungus home back by force. But then Muzungus, they had a plan B. Now they had already debriefed Kenyatta. Now he was their slave. So all he had to do, once he came here, he pretended that he's doing X, Y, and Z. He's making peace with the freedom fighters. But all of that was bullshit. The moment that he got that sword, you understand? The moment that he got that sword, then he forgot about anything Kikuyu, anything freedom fighters, anything agitation. To just now his friends, and then the colonialists who had placed him in power. So you need to stop obsessing about one character, one figure. It's your laziness, because you don't want to put in the work. You want to send your money to Mora because you think now you have contributed to change. You want to send your money to Hanifa because you think you have contributed to change. But this is a collective effort. We are going forward together. It will be slow, it will be painful, but there will be results. Unlike in June, we were moving fast. They are saying, if you want to move fast, you go alone. If you want to move far, go together with people. You understand? So we are. This is not child's play. This is not a joke. When you wake up with your right mind and then you start saying some of the damn shit I see you saying, I wonder, are you prepared for the journey? Because it's a long haul. And you are doing it for our children. You're not doing it for yourself. So prepare your mind that this is going to be a long haul. And even when Ruto leaves, because this is not a matter of if, I don't think the anger that is currently in the country can dissipate. It's not going anywhere. And he has not been taking remedial measures, and we don't trust that he is going to. Whether he sits on that seat for 10 years or 25 years, he's not going to do anything because this is his factory settings. Ruto has profited of politics. He has never been an inventor, a manufacturer, a farmer. Anything that you're seeing, everything is for show. Ruto has been a career politician. So, for you to tell me that he's going to now start considering you, that's the last thing that is going to cross his mind. So this is a very long journey. It won't be solved with one protest. The whole day government propagandists have just been saying, Gaitho hatuja kuona kwa street. You know, you guys don't understand the complexity of bringing down a regime. You don't understand the complexity of what we are trying to achieve. Which is why these stupid kids are still having their Safaricom lines. Because they don't understand the implication that you can be abducted. You can miss eating Christmas and New Year with your family. You can die. Because you don't understand and you don't even want to embrace and accommodate new knowledge. You don't even want to hear. You don't want to even entertain. You know, your obsession with figures is almost like that one with celebrities. Have you ever seen like when somebody like Michael Jackson was accused of being a pedophile and whatnot, and people were in denial? No, he cannot do something like that. No way, you guys. You understand? That is the obsession that you have with characters and figures, and it is unhealthy. It is extremely unhealthy that you don't even want to entertain the idea of new knowledge. That even when somebody just raises concern, you are ready to dismiss them because that guy has been paid. That guy is a hater. That guy kwanachukia kila mtu. I didn't come this country or log into this app to hate people. I was busy living my own life in seclusion. Yeah? In discretion. I was living. You think I like going somewhere and people greeting me? People saying hi to me? I love people, but I don't like it. But I'm forced to do it because now we have to come forward. We have to stop fighting in the shadows. Because you guys have become too stupid. And liberating you has become a tedious effort. A tedious undertaking. You understand? Now you are saying ati siku kuona kwa protest. Kwani mumeenda protest ngapi? You guys have been doing protests. People have been doing protests since time immemorial. Have we achieved anything? No. The only glimmer of hope came in June. I did a tweet. I was talking about why is it that every time the people who are arrested are the people of Boniface, Mwangi, Omtatah, Hanifa, they are the clique that is always arrested in the protests because they go and sit at one place and then they start lifting placards. Even today, Julius Kamau was arrested. They lift placards and they start telling police, no, tushike. And then the cameras are staged there. And then, it's a brilliant photo opportunity. The donors are lining up to give them money. Why? And we said, insanity is repeating the same shit, expecting different results. These guys have been protesting with the same model for the last 10 to 15 years. Why are we still holding on to it? Because we have to take a militant approach. Because we are not dealing with democratic or diplomatic people. These are murderers. These are abductors. So when you write on a poster, Atibeba Simu flag Namaji, what are you trying to tell people? That we can negotiate with terrorists? That's exactly what you're telling people. That there is room for negotiation with terrorists. In America, have a policy. We do not negotiate with terrorists. That's their policy. Even us, that's our policy. We have to take a militant approach. You cannot be there waiting. I don't know. I've been discussing about Embu people. I don't know. Nini nasumbua watu wa Embu. Must you be somewhere being addressed by one person? Nini mbaya na watu wa Embu? I saw you and look at my tweets on my timeline. Nikaona nyinyi you're being addressed. Must you be addressed? Last week, Friday, you were addressed by the MP. This movement, I told you, has a brain of its own. All you have to do is wake up, get with your clique, start walking to somewhere. But now you sit down and you listen to somebody and anamwambia nini? Is he going to produce Billy Mwangi? So we have to change how we have been doing our protests. We cannot have Omtatah going there with Hanifa and then they are with their placards singing songs and then the police come and arrest them. All of these are staged. All of these are staged scenarios so as to deter you from pursuing that course of action of protesting. You understand? All of these, because now once you see they are being arrested and then Okia was there, he was trying to pull one of those photos like for Donald Trump. You know when Donald Trump was, somebody tried to assassinate him and then he was covered and then he did this and that was, they were saying that was the coldest photo of the year. Okia was trying to recreate that. I'm sure you're going to see from the media, going to see how they're going to run with that. So we cannot be using the same model that these guys have used and failed. Okia Omtatah, Boniface Mwangi, they've been activists for 10, 15 years. What have they yielded other than a few court orders here and there? It is during that same period that we have seen a regression in our human rights. We have seen governance collapse. And yet they've been the activists who are foisted by foreigners and locals alike. So we cannot maintain the same model. And now what happened, which is now weird, Okia Omtatah comes with Boniface Mwangi, they are arrested, and then they divert attention away from the actual people who we were clamoring for and who have actually been arrested and abducted, who is Akina Kibet and his comrades. So now we are talking about people who have set themselves up for arrest. We are talking more about them than even Kibet, than even Billy Mwangi, than even Peter Muteti. Do you see where I'm coming from? These guys go, they see, and I told you these commercial activists, man. Anyone who has been in a certain position for long has a tendency of morphing into a cartel. Because now we are dealing with activism cartels. Boniface Mwangi last week had tweeted me and told me, we cannot organize, like us, we don't have the capacity to organize a protest in Nairobi. He said that on my tweets. He said, then today, in the protest that he hasn't arranged or mobilized or both, then he comes to stage his own arrest to chase clout. Because to deplete or to deflate our momentum. So who is our biggest enemy? Is it Ruto currently? No! Our biggest enemy is the saboteurs within. Those are the most dangerous. I told people, yesterday I spoke at length about Paul Okemani. Hey guys, hey. Today I've just seen a guy there called Git saying that when they were starting to be arrested, Paul Okemani was somehow freed because he was in the clique. And I told them Paul Okemani is an informant. And I told you these things which I tell you, these are small details, but they can save your life. Because you'll be with people who are informants, who are listening to what you're saying, and then anaji excuse anakwambia acha niende choo. Saa hiyo tu munavamiwa. Just tu saa zenye ameenda choo. Munavamiwa na munabebwa. God knows what else can be done to you guys. So these tidbits that we are giving you for free, it's not because we hate people. We don't even have the strength to hate people now. Now we just want to call out people's bullshit. It's in your place to consume every information because then you are going to weigh it yourself. I'm not fashioning your brain, imposing my thoughts on you. I'm just giving you my analysis. And then it's your duty now. You take that one, and then you take this one, and then you compare notes. And then you're good to go. But it can't be every time when we try to push new knowledge, you're so resistant. Takuja kushikwa nyinyi kwa sababu ya kukosa kusikiza. Takuja kushikwa sana nyinyi. It will be very painful. And you'll be there. Like when I was arrested, when they raided my house, it was because I put my Safaricom SIM. Because I knew, but in a moment of need, of necessity, then I had to put a SIM card because the vendor who I was whatever was prompting a Safaricom number. So in a moment of necessity, I slipped. I should have known better. I know better. And that has caused me a lot of grief and consternation. It caused me a lot of disruption. It took my gadgets, it took my laptop, it took my cameras, all because of one silly mistake that I could have avoided. And I've shared that information with you. But you guys are still so stupid that today we are still hearing that somebody has been abducted. I don't even need to ask whether he had his Safaricom line or not. I'm sure he had. I don't even need to ask. So you decide whether you want to listen or whether you want to be stupid. Being stupid is following the strategy that Boniface Mwangi have been employing ever since time immemorial. They've been there. Boniface Mwangi, there is nothing he has not done under the sun. Has he ever gotten the results that we have gotten this year? No. It's just my dress, my choice, LGBTQ, all those other funny campaigns. But has he ever, even his own activism has never propelled him into parliament? So why, if his own activism could not get him the Starehe seat when he was vying against Jaguar, how then do you imagine that Boniface Mwangi will deliver us to Canaan? So the model that we used in June is null and void. It is expired. Where we were doing a timetable, we appear Monday, Tuesday, no. Beba Simaji, no. It's no longer Beba Simaji a flag. Now we are going militant. Now you're going to make Molotov cocktails. Now instead of going on set days, you're going to go every day. From today, tomorrow we are still there. The next day we are still there. And I told you it's a small sacrifice. The South Koreans sacrificed for 2 weeks. And then they got what they wanted. Because Parliament acceded to their demands and impeached the president. And then the new one who came in was now impeached, I think, the day before yesterday. Because the public is restless. They are saying, no, this is a thug like the other one. Why did you bring him now? Let's do another one. So you will realize that even when Ruto leaves, that's when now the main battle will start. That's when you guys will be camping in the streets. Because there are all these people who are waiting. Cannibals who are waiting to hijack your win. They are waiting to profit off your sweat. We saw, and I told you, okay, Omtatah has come out of nowhere. He wants to say he wants to be president. He's marshaled all his the media. I want to be president. Where was he in May? Where was he? Could have said that then. But I told you there are too many opportunities. You saw how Osama Otero was very angry. He was angry. Why? Because we are not giving him an opportunity to steal money. Our contributions. People have become so entitled that now he's saying he even did his own press release with his own poster, thinking that he's the hottest thing. He's like Kendrick Lamar's new album. He's like a hottest thing. He says, no, the protest should be on 6th January. Who are you? When the people have decided it's on Monday and then you say it's next Monday, who the fuck? You guys have given clout to the biggest clowns, the biggest wankers in the Republic. Achokora wakes up and drafts a statement and says, no, it's going to be 6th. And in the comments, you're seeing there are people there who are saying, yeah, it's a good idea, it's a good idea. We don't get instructions from people paid by the government. We don't take instructions from our oppressors. Okay? So, please, we tell you these things to help you. We want shared prosperity. What we have right now is planned poverty. We can achieve our goals. We can craft the future that we want. We can curate our own reality. But we have to be reading from the same page. But first, we have to introspect. We have to look at systems that have previously failed us and we discard them. This model of protesting and going and sitting somewhere so that you can be arrested, the Julius Mwangi, Boniface Mwangi, you can see all of them are kuyos. That model is outdated, is extinct. We cannot be hemorrhaging attention and resources from the actual cause, and then now we start dealing with you because you have deliberately given yourself up for arrest. Because that's exactly what they do. And slowly the objectives of the cause go being watered down because that's what they do. This is what they, on behalf of the government, this is the shit they do. Best believe. So, once you see that a model has failed you, if you see a repetitive pattern of behavior, and you guys are so shrewd when you're, like, for instance, if you're dating somebody and then they embark on doing shit that you don't like, and it's repetitive, and you immediately withdraw from them. You're so shrewd in your personal lives, but when it comes to serious, now earth-shattering issues like crafting a revolution, crafting the future of a country, now then you have all the leeway, you have all the free time to allocate to jokers who are going to swing you like a pendulum. Boniface Mwangi has been an activist for over 15 years. What value, what more value does he have to give? He's a scent cartridge. He's a used condom. He has been there, every protest, nothing has changed. And that model which they used to use was perfected by Wangari Maathai because they used to go to a place called Freedom Corner. Freedom Corner no longer exists in Uhuru Park. Uhuru Park was grabbed during Boniface Mwangi's era as an activist. By then, he used to speak with Uhuru direct like this. And it was still grabbed. It was still destroyed. Why was it destroyed when it was still there? Now, you think somebody who couldn't save Freedom Corner can now come and direct and help us do a revolution that will get rid of Ruto? You guys are sick. And then you give this guy so much clout. That's a simple tweet. He tells you, leave CBD now, you leave. While victory was just in the horizon, you leave. No. No. Please, own the revolution. Own the process. Invest in it. Now, investing is not sending Morara money to buy a car. Investing is not sending Boniface Mwangi money to do God knows what. Investing is your participation. Investing is your participation in this process. Mobilization in your estates with your friends. That is the investment that you're only required of. Your work is not to listen to Omtatah. Now he's seated on the ground. First of all, we are in this problem because of Omtatah. Because why was he inviting Kibet to his office? That was a setup. So now you create a problem, and then he's like the typical Kenyan politician, the quintessential Kenyan politician. You create a problem, and then now you purport to solve the same problem you created, which is what Okia was doing today. All those shenanigans were about that. Because Kibet was arrested in your office. And then now you're coming, pretending to sit down, pretending that you've been arrested, you're in Central Police because of a problem you created. We've seen this movie too many times, man. We've seen this rerun. It's now stale, Kenyans. Kenyans, don't you want to spice up your life with a new approach to, to doing things? Can we be doing our activism? They say, Akina Boni have been doing this shit for 10, 15 years. We are disruptors. Social media has been created to disrupt. So if we are disrupting everything that we are doing, business, how we are trading, how we are relating, how we are dating, If we have disrupted all that component, why do we still want to hold on to an old, extinct model of activism? Why? No. You are the young people. All you just need, I told you, carry pepper spray, carry what? Carry tasers, carry Molotov cocktails. That's the only way we are going to recalibrate. That's the only way we are going to reestablish dominance. Not you going empty-handed singing songs. They are good, but the militant component of the movement has to be. It has to exist. If the Mau Maus did not do what they did, we would not be having the country that we have today. So you thinking that carrying a flag and you're dealing with a vehicle, a water cannon that is pressuring water, spicy shower on you, and thinking that just because you've flung a... No! You have to burn that shit, man. This is not a joke, man. This is serious. This is not an outing. This is serious. This is your future. This is your life. This is our lives. You have to be intentional. You have to move with purpose, with conviction. Don't be like the stupid idiots of Embu. Embu, I'm seeing them, they are standing there instead of doing a concrete protest. They are standing there listening to, I don't know, the MCA, I don't know which aspirant. This is not the time for politics. We want our comrades to be freed. Why am I more wound up about Billy Mwangi than his own family, than even his own comrades in Embu? Why am I wound up? Because you guys have been so desensitized about your own plight. You guys are so comfortable in oppression. Me, I'm not. So don't think I'm crazy. You're the crazy one. You're the one who is bonkers. If you can see all this shit around us and you're comfortable with it. If you live in pipeline where sewage flows outside your apartment and you're comfortable with it, then that's your shit. And even the next government that will come will not cater to your demands because you have clearly shown them that you're comfortable. When we call people from pipeline, wanakataa kukuja. You're just in the house watching porn, jacking yourself off to porn. So, even the next president who may come will be like, watu, hawana shida. Whomst, kama hawana shida, whomst am I? Whomst am I to solve them? Because they clearly do not care. They clearly love sleeping where sewage is just flowing down their roads. They love it. So when we I'm not telling you because I'm going to benefit. How am I going to benefit? When I see these stupid idiots there saying, ulikuwa wapi maandamano ulikuwa unataka kuniona ili unidinye. When you read some stuff, use your heads. Don't just yap. Like a bunch of idiots. Don't just yap. Gaitho ulikuwa unaenda mkutano kwa sababu ya maandamano kwa sababu yangu. Why are you going for the maandamano because of me? Why are you looking for me at the maandamano? Am I your mother? Am I your father? Can you find something better to do? Can you be focused on the activity or at the task at hand? Why are you going there to look for other people? Me, I've given you the strategy. I have tried to help you evade. And I've told you it's something very simple. These famous activists, and I kept it, yes, if you look at my tweets, all of them are like this. I told you avoid these famous activists. So if you are stupid enough to go stand with Omtatah or Boniface Mwangi, or wewe saa hii uko jela. Sasa ukiwa jela unasaidia nani? So if I came, assume I was stupid like you, assume I was stupid like your parents, the ones who gave birth to you, because the problem started with them. Assume I came now. Nikuje, me am now flagged. Me am not on Boniface Mwangi level, I'm up there. Assume nikuje nishikwe. Nitakuwa nikisaidia nani? Would I be doing this video right now? Would I be telling you that Omtatah is trash? No. But these guys are also paid by the government because they think there is no reverse psychology tactic that these propagandists will ever throw at me, and I take the bait. I am too smart for them. I am running rings round them, circles round all of them, and it's a team of like 50. And they cannot even match my capacity, and I'm just working single-handedly. They cannot match. So now they have seen the only way we can get this guy is if we emotionally blackmail him, we bully him, and then shows up and then the cops will be there, and then boom, I'm another abductee. Hey, mnaonanga watu ni wajinga umbwa nyinyi. Ulienda kutafuta Gaitho ama kujitetea? Were you going there to agitate for your own well-being, for your own future, or to look for Gaitho? Mimi kuna kura yako nimekuomba urudishiwe saa hii. Hakuna mtu ako na deni ya mtu mwingine. I don't owe you shit. You don't owe me anything. So why are you going to the protest to look for me? Because the only people, the people who are going to the protest and saying that know that that's all they have to offer. Bro, these protests, I'm telling you, we are only scratching the surface. We haven't even crossed the starting line. Me, every day now I've decided I'll just be writing letters. Like letters. Don't worry, I'll write them the way I want. It is still a component of the revolution. But if you think the revolution is only on the streets, only on the ground, yeah, you didn't go for the protest to look for Gaitho. You didn't go to look for me or anyone else. Kwani wewe ni nani? Were you the prefect? Au ati unafanya roll call? Unaandika attendance, nani alikuwa ama nani hakukuwa? How stupid are you when you're posting such tweets? KOT Sonko Mabonga. Umeshinda huko ukisema Gaitho where are you? Gaitho where are you? Nilizaliwa na wewe. Ukitaja tafuta bibi yako, tafuta malaya wako, tafuta hoodrats wako. Don't just yap my name. See if I owe you my existence. Naniita nini? Gaitho, where are you? Gaitho, we are not seeing you. Gaitho. Kwa sababu umelipwa na serikali ili nikuja nisetiwe, umbwa wewe mamako. Naona you think mimi niko miaka ya kuchukua bait yenu? You think nimefika miaka hiyo ligi ya kuchukua hiyo bait? Nimeingia Twitter the other day, my friend, nikikwambia zile vitu tumefanya unaweza shtuka. Kwa hivyo tuachishe umavi wewe. Sasa juu mumeenda hapo, mumejifanya mumeshikana na Morara, mumeshikana na Omtatah, now you think you're the shit. Bro, you're going to see a lot of things. I'm telling you, this is just the beginning. And for it to be smoothless, for it to be a surgical and precise entry and exit, that's what we want. That's what we are aspiring for. To complete a big task within the shortest period, we have to be reading from the same script. And we have to detach ourselves from failed strategies. Strategy sasa ya kukaa chini, mumeenda hapo, munaimba bado mapambano, alafu bungei anakuja hapo. That strategy is obsolete. It has never yielded anything. Now let's try a more proactive, a more militant, a more consistent approach. We start with 1 week. Let's finish 1 week and then we go to the next week like that. And no sleeping. It's not at going at it when the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. No. You just have to sacrifice. Is that too much to ask? What will you be doing so important in those 2 weeks? Nothing.